my name is Justin Gilbreth. I'm a student at Liberty University Online, the Aviation program. Today I'm doing a presentation on airworthiness for your aircraft. So, what is an airworthiness certificate? When a plane is manufactured, it is issued an airworthiness certificate by the FAA. It establishes that it meets the minimum design and manufacturing requirements and that it's safe to fly. The airplane must meet the requirements of the original certification or it is no longer airworthy. So if there's any changes made to it, it's no longer going to be airworthy. Alright, so what makes a plane airworthy? For starters, it must have the airworthiness certificate. It must be valid, and it also has to be displayed so that anyone on the plane, the passengers or the crew, can view it. It must still conform to its type certificate. It must be in a condition for safe operation, meaning no significant wear, tear, or any damage, anything like that. It also must have all of the required instruments for that respective type of flight. That's mentioned in 91.205. So for VFR flight, it has to have the required instruments and equipment. If there are any inoperative features, obviously if it's something that is not required in that type of flight, if it's inoperative though, it has to be disconnected. If it's the turn coordinator, it has to be actually disconnected from the electrical source, and it has to be labeled as an op. Pilot responsibilities. So prior to the flight, the pilot should review the airplane logs and ensure that the plan is up to date on the maintenance, preventative maintenance, inspections, and any alterations. Lastly, the pilot should always perform a thorough pre-flight inspection of the aircraft to identify any wear or tear or damage or inoperative equipment or instruments. When it comes down to it, and you're the one, if you're flying the plane and there's something really wrong with it, it's your responsibility. You should have checked everything. Alright, so airworthiness directives. Essentially what they are recalls for your car. That's the best thing you can relate it to. They exist to inform owners of a specific aircraft that an unsafe condition exists and needs attention. When a directive is issued, the owner or operator must address the issue within a certain amount of time that's going to be given for that specific directive. Airworthiness directives are mandatory and should be checked regularly via the FAA website. Whenever the ADs are issued, like I said, they're going to be listed on the website, and all you have to do is you go in there and check them. All right, and then if it's something that applies to your aircraft, then you just get it fixed. It's really simple. It's just like I said, it's just like a recall for your vehicle. Lastly, we got emergency airworthiness directives. So just like regular ones, except they are much more urgent. They require attention prior to the next flight. It's not the date that you have to get it done by. It's before you fly this plane again, get this fixed. Airplanes are old. For example, I fly a plane from the 70s, and after all that time, things are going to be learned about and things are going to be replaced. Different things that have faults in them that were not immediately discovered. So this is their way of keeping you safe. It's a pretty cool deal. I like it. It makes me feel safe flying those planes for sure. So, just like a normal AD, it would need to be addressed by a mechanic. Another good safety net for you is that during the annual inspections, they're going to be checked. The mechanic will go on the website and see if there's any, check for any ADs, and then go check in the airplane logbook and make sure that it was fixed, make sure that it was complied with. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was informative, and have a good one.